Hello and welcome to the Good Witch. This is your Sagittarius April 2020 intuitive tarot reading. First of all, I want to tell y'all out there that I hope you and your families and your loved ones are safe. You're doing the necessary things to stay healthy, stay safe, and maintain the wealth that you do have. Stay healthy, stay safe, respect the safety of others, and maintain the health that you do have. I'm not quarantined because I'm outside of being the good witch. I'm also in the medical profession. So it's really important, and I didn't say this in the last video, but I am going to say it in this one. This video is not about coronavirus. It's also about you. Because you and your family are safe. You and your family are safe, Sagittarius. Now, that doesn't mean that bad things don't happen. That means that you're safe. And you have to remember that energy cycles. Okay? Energy cycles. So what we've put out, we get back, and I feel like a lot of you have put out some very positive things. Some of you may have recently lost a loved one, someone who you cared deeply about, whether it be from the pandemic or some other way. But that person's energy is still around. They're not saying like they're haunting you, but they love you, and that love abides. Love doesn't leave you because the physical person leaves you. You remember those things that they said, and you can still talk to them. That doesn't make you crazy. It doesn't at all. You can still have conversations with them, and some people you know so well that whether you know it or not, you know exactly what they would say. Okay? I feel like some of you have suffered some losses recently, and you're going through something. You're going through maybe a bout of depression. I want you to go listen to my video on the pick card video I did like last week. What's holding you back, I think was the name of it, but it talks about more than that. So I want you to go back and listen to that if that is you. And if need be, you can reach out to me at thegoodwitch@gmail.com. When I get a chance, I will put all of that stuff in the box up underneath the videos. Okay? Because believe it or not, y'all, the goal of this channel was always to help people. It's never been, when I started this channel, it wasn't for monetization. It wasn't for notoriety. It wasn't for anything, but my goal in life is to help as many people as I can, comfortably. And I feel like this helps me do that. So I would like the opportunity to help you. Please reach out if need be. Leave me a comment. I try to always respond. If they don't need a response, I at least read them. I read every single comment, okay? Peace, love, and light. Let us get into your reading. Oh, that took. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And again, comment. Let's look at your love life. Then we're going to look at your prosperity. And then we're going to look at your message from the divine, if that wasn't it. Okay? There's always more messages from the divine. It's not like, Spirit just runs out of things to say. So, let's look at your love life. Hanged Man, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so some of you are trying to make a decision on whether you should make a really bad decision. No, you shouldn't. But will you? Potentially. Like, okay, so there is, some of you are trying to decide whether you are going to get back with a really toxic person or indulge in a sexual relationship with someone who you really have no true feelings for. They're just great in bed, even though you know they feel differently about you. Some of you are trying to decide whether you're going to cut someone off that actually does care about you, but there's some aspect of them that just gets on your last nerve and they're not as much fun as the person that you like sleeping with or like hanging out with. And that's a choice that you're going to have to make. I'm not going to tell you whether you should do that or not, because if you're just going to throw away, I'm not saying, okay, so for the people who are trying to decide if they're just going to cut it off with someone because they don't have mutual feelings, okay, I agree with that. Yeah, that's something you should just let go. But for those of you trying to decide whether you should get back with a toxic person or have sex with someone who may be potentially mentally unstable, but they're really good in bed, no, you shouldn't. Would it be fun? In the moment. It would be fun in the moment, okay? Good Lord, Sagittarius. Okay, we're gonna look deeper into your love life, but that's what we're working with in the month of April. You got quarantine bay fever. You ready for this person that's been around a long time to leave. You just feel like you need a change. Your Moonology card says meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. It's wanting you to look forward and not backwards. Now, you know, with the new moon, there's darkness. There's darkness. You don't see a moon at all. So you're not seeing the bigger picture right now. But you need to think about your actions because they'll last longer than that, good Lord, hopefully 45 minutes to an hour, 2 or 3 of passion. That 6 hours of passion, that weekend or week of passion of spending time with this person, your decisions are going to last longer than that, because when you're done, this person won't be. They're not going to want to leave. Let's look at this person. Again, I had just picked up the deck to shuffle it, and you got the Ace of Wands again in the main card. So yes, it's a lot of passion there. They're feeling like they're gaining you, like they're going to be able to keep you. So on their end, they're very passionate towards you. They think you're this amazing person that wants to be with them forever, that you guys have this amazing connection. And a lot of you are thinking like smash and dash, and they ain't gonna be ready to go. So you're in your Prince of Wands energy, which is you're being very charismatic, very fiery, very passionate. There's a lot of passion around you. There's potentially more than one person that just wants to be really, really passionate with you. And this is a fire sign. And you have a water sign that wants to be very committed and lovey with you. The thought is keeping you up at night, the Nine of Swords. The thought is keeping you up. You're trying to figure out what to do. You're worried about it. Internally, you know what would be, I don't like saying the right thing because that's a matter of perception, which would be, what would be the socially acceptable thing to do? What would be the easiest thing to do? But right now, that doesn't seem like the most fun thing to do. You want to remove your emotions from a situation. But that doesn't end up with you having your happily ever after. That person's, you're thinking It's something fun. It's a fling. Oh my God, I love being around you. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. And then we can go our separate ways. This person is thinking the same thing, except for their ending is they think they're gonna have a happily ever after with you. We're gonna get married and have some kids and be together every day. And you're gonna catch hell trying to get rid of them. Okay? So meditate and contemplate on your situations. My Sagittarius friend gets so mad at me when I do readings and they come out like this, because if you're a cross watcher, this might not be for your Sagittarius. Don't try to make a shoe fit where it doesn't. Now, if you know that there's some distancing there and they have been acting strange or doing whatever, talk to them about it, okay? Don't just go home and say, the good witch said you was cheating on me, because that ain't what I said. That's not what I said at all. I said that for the people that it's applied to, the ones that this resonates with, they are thinking about it. And yes, that is me trying to cover my Sagittarian CY. Okay. But you'll make the right decision. You typically do. And that's for all Sagittarius. You're very smart. But you're also very passionate. And if you're with a partner that's not bringing that passion, they will lose that emotional bond, because they have to be passionate in order to be with you. In order for it to maintain it with you. They have to be. So, y'all need to work that out. Have fun, be safe in your love life. Let's talk about your prosperity. Look at these finances, because this is a struggle right now for so many people, for most people. The Nine of Wands, the blank slate, excuse me, the Six of Swords. Okay, so you're not seeing things for exactly as they are. You're strong. You're very strong. So the Nine of Wands is a card of strength. It's saying there's so many paths to take and so many things are trying to detour you from what you truly want to do, from the thing that's bringing in your income or your finances, or that could potentially be bringing that in. There's things in the way, but you have tunnel vision. You're going to get tunnel vision. You need tunnel vision. You're just going to be going straight towards your goals, and that is that. And that's the beautiful thing. You're not getting sidetracked. Your eye is on the prize right now. And there are people in your life or situations in your life that's trying to distract you from that. Somebody or something is telling you right now to look at the facts. The fact is, my rent's due or my mortgage is due, Sagittarian, and I can't afford to, I don't have the money in my hand to pay it. Right? The fact is, I'm not essential personnel and I may be off work at the moment. The fact is, I am essential personnel and it's taking everything in me to work as much as they want me to work and then come home to a sick child or a stressful situation. Those are facts. Facts are also, during this time, you can't be evicted. Facts are also, during this time, you have the time to work on that thing you really wanted to do before you got your current job. The fact is also, you have time to heal old wounds. You have time to do all those things that you didn't have time to do before. You have time to finish that book. You have time to get to know your kids. Some of you were so involved in work and other things that you don't even know the people that live in your house. It's giving you your prosperity for the month of April is giving you a blank slate. You have the potential to build whatever it is that you want to build. And that's for people who have to go to work and people who have to stay home. You're being given the opportunity to build from a completely blank slate. It's all about your perception. It's all about maintaining that balance. You're being protected. You're being watched over. You are safe. And your oracle card from the Moonology deck says full moon in Virgo, where you see everything. You are good enough. You are good enough. Close your eyes, relax, and be content in who you are. Regardless of what the world may say, or what people around you may say, or whatever negative Nancy you have in your ear, you are good enough. And sometimes that's the hardest thing for people to believe. They never feel like they're good enough or they do enough because they listen to other people tell them what they should be doing, what they could be doing. Listen to you. You are good enough. If you can do more, do more. If you want to. But at the end of the day, you being who you are right now is good enough. No one can tell you it's not. And I understand that more than most. You are good enough, Sagittarius. Okay? Don't let people stress you into making financial changes and commitments that you're not ready for, that you don't want to do. You have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home that you like. Somebody trying to convince you that you need a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom house, and you aren't financially ready to do that, nor did you have the thought to before them. Why are you doing it? Tell them to buy one. You'll come visit. You don't want, if that's not what you want, don't be pressured into doing that. If someone is telling you you bake really good cakes and you sell cakes to people you know, you sell cakes, or you even bake cakes and give them away for free at the local homeless shelter, and people are telling you you need to be selling 100 cakes a week, you need to be monetizing your gift, yes, you can. That's great. Do that. But right now, you are good enough. And if that ain't what you want to do, if you don't let them suck the life out of you enjoying to make cakes. It could have been something you were just doing for fun because you enjoy it. Yes, you can turn that hobby into a career and excel in it. Of course you can. But if you don't want to, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means that's not the life that you're choosing. So don't let somebody push you into a life that you didn't want. You have a blank slate financially for the month of April. You used to have a foundation, a solid one, to build whatever it is that you want. That you want. If you try to build something someone else wants, it's not going to work out for you. Build what you want. Your message from the divine. Okay. You have the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince. 3 of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Prince of Discs. 3 of Wands You're trying to control a situation that is potentially out of your control, maybe a third party situation, um, or you're focused in, you're trying to control this governmental situation, or you're trying to control it with your mind, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. You're trying to have dominion over something that you don't have dominion over. You can have dominion over you and your life and your numero uno, but you don't have dominion over the White House. You don't have dominion over hospital policies. You don't have dominion over the way another person feels. Can you adjust it? Can they tweak it a little bit? Of course, but you don't have dominion over it. And you're being very stubborn when it comes to something. Spirit is telling you to lighten up a little bit when it comes to certain things. Don't stress out so much over things that you cannot control. Don't get yourself in a panic or in a frenzy about things that are out of your control. Now, if they're in your control them and control them well. Manage them. But if it's out of your control, it's out of your control. In most instances, life and death are out of your control. In most instances, government policies are, you vote and you do the things that you need to do, but at the end of the day, it's out of your control. You have to be practical about the things that you can control. Like I said, with your finances, you have a blank slate. With your love life, you can control that. With your finances, you can control that. Can't control the world, though. You can control your household. For some of you, if it's not your house, you can't control that. So be very aware of the amount of stress you put on yourself to impress others. Be practical about what you want as far as your intent. If you want that $1 billion cake factory, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to be a mommy and bake cakes for your kids, you can do that. Or a daddy, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Remember to always be love, be forgiving to yourself, and understand that all things are here and at your beck and call. Go back, watch the video on the pick a card video on what's holding you back. If you feel like you're being held back, watch it anyway, because it's a lot of talk about manifestation and starting on that blank slate that you have. Okay? Peace, love, light from the Good Witch. I will see you soon.